Hold on, brother. What do you mean foul smell from the swamp? We in the meadows, bro. Got skeleton. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. How many people are here, guys? Jeez. There's so many. Okay, they fight each other. You better not hit my carrots. Hello, everyone. My name is Cash Kaizen, and welcome back to another episode of Valheim. So, while you were away, I just quickly did a bit of home renovations. And I finally added a roof to our beautiful home. Also got a little bit more wood because we needed to just fill in these small gaps here. So now we rested as soon as we enter the house, which is fantastic, and we don't get wet in the rain, which is also pretty great. So while I was doing that, I was just getting attack on attack on attack by specifically greylings. Well, Greydwarves rather, not greylings. Greydwarves are a bit more annoying to deal with, and the worst of them being the brutes, Greydwarf brutes. So they were the most annoying to deal with, but at our level, I wouldn't say it was difficult. I would say it was just a bit annoying to deal with because they were just, you know, coming and coming and coming. I think I must have killed like 5 brutes, 2 or 3 of the shamans, and then, you know, the countless number of normal Grey Dwarf guys. And then, yeah, I just started editing the house a bit. I took heed of the comments regarding the flooring, so I did increase the height of some areas because those wooden panels weren't touching the floor. Also, the medium healing is still going, and I added some more of the support structures underneath. I had to remove a lot of the flooring, and then I only actually needed 2 pillars of wood to support this whole roof, so that's great. I'm still deciding whether to leave that open or not. It does give a good like view of the stars, so that's beautiful. But the reason why I'm thinking that is because the smoke can get quite a bit in this area. So I think I'll just leave it as that, you know. And I'll put a door in the back as well, because why not? This will be our door of discard. Let's call it the door of discard. Open it, throw away random shit, and then close it. Act like it's not there. And then we can produce our iron pickaxe. Takes 20, which is a massive amount, but it's incredibly important. And then to upgrade it, we need cord and 10 iron, which we do not have, unfortunately. So that is our iron pickaxe. We'll keep the bronze one just in case we want to continuously farm the iron. So for now, let us set sail. I saw this really interesting post on Instagram, and it's talking about life, and I did touch on a bit of life last episode. This leech better not mess with us. And it was basically, okay, so I did listen to the tip you guys said last time, which was just keep, oh no, wait a second, please do not tell me. I have a feeling. I have a bad feeling. What is that, guys? What is that? Because I was not there last time. I have to say, it was not there last time. So, okay, this still turns when I'm not using it. But anyway. Okay, I will get back to my thought in a second. I just have something to deal with at this present time. And I think we all know what it is. Yep, it's another abomination. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this thing on mano a mano, guys. Easy, guys. That was actually so easy. We just absolutely destroyed him. I realize now we don't actually have to use too many arrows on him. We just have to go mano a mano and take him head on. We don't have to be scared anymore of this crazy abomination. So yeah, let me just put these roots back. But what I was trying to say is, it was a post that I saw recently, and it was about life, right? Let me rather say it like this. The easy things in life are addictive, and people have hard lives because they get addicted to the easy things in life. And it was such a profound thing that I heard them say. It wasn't a particular person that, you know, I can give credit to. In this day and age, it is so easy to go the easy way out. You know what I mean? And it goes from anything in life. Food can be considered easy things. People want to have the easy meals, which is the quick meals. You just, you know, buy it, eat it. And that I can understand, because I do the same sometimes, especially when you're so exhausted from your day. You just want the easy way out. And I guess it's fine, let's say 30% of the time. But in the long run, I think it can have detrimental effects if you just consistently take the easy way out. We just give an example now. We're going to talk about, you know, food and wellness. In the short term, it's lovely to just go the easy way out, have those quick meals, and continue with your day. But in the long term, I think it's going to have, you know, health term effects. Maybe not in our 20s, maybe not in our 30s, but maybe in our 40s. And the long term effects can be obviously like high blood pressure, diabetes, things of the like. And those are just one part of life, I would say the example can extend to. Other examples in life would be like when you don't really want to do human interaction. Many people will just, you know, go to social media and spend their time in social media. And that's the easier way of social interaction. But I guess the long-term effects of that would be poor communication, poor self-esteem, because you're not able to build your confidence by talking to people and learn how social cues work, learn how... Sorry, I'm just a bit distracted here. But learn basic human interaction. And in the short term, it may not affect you, but in the long term, it can. The long term can result in other people noticing that you're not very sociable. You're not very interactive. You don't say the right things at the right time. You know, you may say the wrong things at that certain time point. You may not pick up on certain cues that a person may be leaving during the conversation. Other examples can be, working. I know these days life is so stressful. You kind of don't want the job that is very demanding. And this goes for everyone because life is already so crazy. Why would I want to now put myself through even more stress to go through something difficult, to learn something more, to put myself under scrutiny of being a beginner, which we touched on last episode? And then that consequence would be that you don't extend yourself, you don't live up to your full potential. And then ultimately it leads in unhappiness because you're not doing your best. But at the same time, you want to stay in that cozy, safe area, which is easier, And I've done that quite a bit in my life. I did what was easy for me. And I guess my previous job was easy for me, and that's why I stuck to it. You get that paycheck at the end of the month, it covers your expenses, and it's easy because you don't have to really extend yourself to learn more. And for a long time I was just fine with that kind of easiness. But then it got to a point where, I wanted more for myself. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to follow my passions. And I ended up jumping into something I was very unfamiliar with. I didn't have any skills, and that is now content creation. I can't really say it's a job yet because I'm not earning anything, but I can say that I finally broke out of that easiness in this one aspect of my life. I'm not going to say I've chosen difficulty in all aspects of my life. No. Still try and find the easy way in some other aspects. But in terms of this, I chose the difficult path because it is the path of most growth, I would say. And so far I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. Now I want to talk about the contra to that. So originally I did say, in this day and age, people have hard lives because they get addicted to the easy way out, right? And that's what that person said and I'm just like paraphrasing it. I may have said it in prettier words. But basically, we need to think of the other side to it. Now, back in the day when life was hard for pretty much everyone, because life was harder, did that mean life was better? Or did it mean that Come on. Oh, no, bro. No. I should have, backed off. I didn't even use my Forsaken Power, to be honest. So, the saying that guy had, because we choose the easy way, our life is harder. Maybe that's true for some people, but I don't think it's necessarily true for everyone. What about the people that have hard lives and then sometimes in some aspects of their life they have to choose the easy way out? Just say they have such a demanding job that they work 12, 15 hours of the day. Some people have to do that. And they get home late and they don't have the choice to, I guess, make healthy food. So then they stuck with getting the easy food, and then, you know, down the line, years down the line, they unfortunately get, just say, hypertension. You can't blame those people and say, oh no, their life is hard because they chose that. Like, their life is hard, they have diabetes, that's why they chose, oh, that's, you know, they chose those things the easy way in the earlier years, and that's why their life is hard. I think it'll be a bit unfair to actually say that. So I think the best way to respond to a comment like that is, yes, sometimes that can apply, but it doesn't mean that it applies in every situation. Okay, so we did get back and we got our stuff. It was a bit of a mission, but we are here nonetheless. There is that Droga elite that's still there. We can defeat them pretty nicely. It's just that they keep spawning in. So I'm just gonna do this a bit smart. We have to destroy this. Okay, so now that we finally defeated them, that was a bit insane, I can get back to what I was saying. And basically I was saying, I know I was a bit all over the place because I was trying to focus on doing this and that at the same time, but essentially what the guy said was, people, not everyone, but people have hard lives because they get addicted to the easy. And yes, in some ways that might be true. We also have to consider people's circumstances. Not everyone who chooses the hard way, or not everyone that is forced to do the hard way, has easier lives. And not everyone that chooses the easy way gets a hard life. So it's something that is person specific, and yes, it is profound in some ways. It does make sense in some ways, but at the same time, you always have to consider human being at the end of the day. Some people get a different hand of cards than other people, and we can't judge them whether their life is harder or easier, you know. I think it was something very interesting for me, and that's why I brought it up with you guys. I wanted to hear your thoughts. You can leave it in the comments below what you think about that kind of statement. Maybe it's a little controversial. I'm not saying one is right, one is wrong. Some of it is true, some of it is false. It just depends on the situation, I guess, and the person that it falls onto. Yeah, so that's this dungeon complete, I guess. Yeah, so I think the plan should be to head home, go and smelt our iron that we do have, and then we don't even have only 15. Damn, this place was a bit tough, hey? There's not much going on here. So I think we should leave behind these 7 coins. We'll take that. We have more than enough weight to do it. We'll head back home, we'll start smelting the iron, and then we will... Oh damn, these guys destroyed my ships. Okay, so we are finally back, and I have to say that was the craziest voyage just for 15 pieces of iron. That was, I have to say, it is bordering on a waste of time. That's what I have to say about that mission. But I guess we got more iron, which is always good to have. We cannot complain about having the iron. So let us quickly smelt the iron, and then we will head back home and go into the Black Forest, see what we can find there. We do need more blueberries for our deer stew, so let's get that going. I shall be back. So I was rereading the comments recently, and one of you suggested that you actually don't need multiple portals. You pretty much just need one at your base and then one wherever you're placing down the portal. And I thought I understood what that meant at first, but then I was just like, yeah, that makes sense. And then I really understood that, like, I'm kind of double planting double planting portals everywhere, because I can just rename the one portal that's at home and then, always head to that area. You just rename it, go to whichever place you want to go. But I guess the reason why I haven't done that yet is because I'm a bit lazy to rename every time. But I do think it's a really good idea. Okay, so we came across a troll, and I just want to see how good is this block. Come on, buddy. Block is good. I still take some damage, but we take him down pretty simply, to be honest. Okay. Whoa. Why are there so many people all of a sudden? What the flippin' hell, bro? What is going on? Like, all of a sudden. And I have no stamina. Of course I have no stamina. I have to use this. I'm gonna have to. The problem is I am fighting a fucking bear. And I have no stams, bro. No stams at all. Okay, I'm doing quite well. Oh, and a troll, bro. And a troll. Are you actually joking my life right now? Are you actually, like, what is going on, brothers? What is going on? Like, this is insane. I don't even have stamina. What the flippin' hell is going on? And he has a stick. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do, guys, is we're gonna have to try and do this like one step at a time. We're gonna have to take care of these small. Yes, this guy hits so hard. It'll be so lovely if it killed everyone else as well, and it wasn't just me getting my cheeks clapped. Goodness, bro, I'm gonna eat your meat. Wait, that sounded wrong. I'm gonna carve you up is what I'm gonna do. Nice, bro. Okay, we got the bear. That's exactly what I wanted. I do not want everything else in the entire forest to come at us. Okay, guys, so I have been recording for the longest time. It must be like 2 hours now. And we made a lot of progress. We didn't exactly get what we needed to get, to be honest. And what we needed to get was a shit ton of iron. We didn't manage to get that, unfortunately. But it is fine. We did get a decent amount of iron. And Our inventory is absolutely packed to the brim. But anyway, I think we have done so much in this episode. Did I make all the iron? Okay, I have nothing left. We have done a bit in this episode. We have... Oh, goodness, this episode was actually crazy. I think this last like 10 minutes was the most insane part of the Black Forest that we have come to yet. And what I want to do is go across the way to those circling areas, because I did see another like thingamajig. My words are not finding me right now. I did find another sunken crypt. Not like find it, but I saw it when I was coming back to this side. So there is a sunken crypt over there by that circling spawner. So the next episode, we are gonna do just that. We are gonna go into that next sunken crypt, get more iron. There seems to be a lot of prep work that is going to fight the next boss, and I think it's just a bit harder to find the materials like iron compared to copper and tin. But that is gonna be it for this episode. I just wanted to thank you guys again so much for watching. I really appreciate all the comments, the views, the subs. It is an amazing journey that we are on, and if you don't want to miss out on our series going forward, all the adventure we're going to go forward, we're probably going to fight the boss Bone Mass in the next couple of episodes. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you don't miss out. As always guys, I will see you in the next video. Johnny.